Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are doing great. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. So SPX, one thing to note here. First of all, yesterday we went over GME and Gamma in the morning that we went over. You guys see this right here? Why I went over this yesterday? You guys see this? Like, we knew before a squeeze was gonna happen. That's $8 right away in the first 15 minutes, right? And we covered GME yesterday, so that's when you know information or understand the options stuff. You can pretty much predict a good move. Because even if you bought equity pre-market based on that information, let's say your stop was $1-2 lower, but the upside was much more, right? But anyways, back to SPX. SPX, our volatility trigger has moved up towards 4090. We're still here, so let's see how far it goes from here. 4090. Whoa, wasn't it something? Volatility trigger today was 4145. Mine did not update here, but anyways, I have 4145 as my volatility trigger, right? So which means if we stay under 4145, there's a good chance that we can see lower. But if we pull up the 2-hour chart, I was looking at it today. The market is consolidating here beautifully, right? It's not doing much. It's just a nice little consolidation, but within this 100-point range. And let's see what happens here. Once we find direction post CPI, what might happen on CPI? They might give us a rip, and then maybe later on we sell off, or maybe they might give us a dip, which does not come back up, and we keep dipping. All right, something like this, or maybe like whatever happens, right? So, but I think by next week we'll be out of this range. All right, and once we're out of this range, we'll have a better direction like which way we're going. Okay, so save your capital. You'll need it later on. CPI tomorrow, it's all on CPI. Whether they miss, whether it's above, let's see how the market will react to it. Okay, because the 4-hour chart is very quiet here, as you guys can see, and scalping this becomes even harder because the moves are so small. But yesterday, now that we have gamma exposures, some live stuff that we see, we're able to predict some moves. We nailed some 3 scalps yesterday, which was great. But again, manage your size. I am going in small right now until CPI comes in and we see what happens. All right, and on the daily, if we go on, it's still in a very tight range. One could argue that this is a nice consolidation above these levels that we're just holding above, which is great. It's a signal of strength. So until we break down from here, I would wait for a confirmation before shorting. And then when we have the financial sector, before I go over the financial sector, let's go over the yields. 10-year, just holding this dip that we had the reversal candle. Let's see what happens. I think after CPI, this will also go into one direction. We'll know which way it goes. Then we have the dollar, which is just holding right here. And now with the dollar weakness, S&P is also kind of a little weak. So the correlation is not exactly there right now on a very short term time frame. Okay, on the bigger time frame, it's still there. And let's see what happens here. And then we got the Eur Usd, which I'm watching for 1 in the coming days. If we do break 1, this is a very nice wick candle on the bottoming candle, right? That was a nice little move to the upside. But this is the area I'm watching on Eur Usd. If this breaks, there will be a lot more volatility in the market as well, right? This is currency, forex. How is this related to the stock market? Just read up on it. It'll make more sense to you guys. All right. And Walmart also, it was dipped a lot last about a couple of weeks back and regained the entire move, and now it's just stuck here in the range. Let's see which way these retail sectors want to go to. So that's something I'm also keeping an eye on. Micron pre-announced, I think, and it's down a lot pre-market, which is not good. It's down about 3-4%, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Okay, actually more. So let's see. And this is not good for chips. Nvidia also was nothing great yesterday. So how does the market go with those bad news, right? It's something to understand. So Nvidia also, we were playing on the gamma exposure all day yesterday, and we kind of knew that this is the range is going to hold in, which is good information, right? And let's see if we take out the lows of this candle, and then do we shift, continue going lower, or do we recover and go up a little bit? All right, and just pay attention on voice chat, guys. Our voice chat, anybody can join. Is free. There's no charge. So come into the voice chat if you have friends or somebody that trades. We do great. Share the knowledge, and we would love to have more participation in voice chat, right? Mainly, I talk as much as I can, but I would love to have some more participation. And I go over gamma exposure on it all day pretty much. Okay, and then what else? Novavax down 30%. This is I shouldn't even be going over this chart, but it's probably a new downtrend. UPST pretty ugly, down I think 729, so 10% pre-market. Let's see if they hold or can they reverse, right? I'll be watching these names closely as well, even though I don't play them, but it's good to know which way the market is buying or the sentiment's going. Tilray, I'd keep an eye on it. few months out, like 7 to 8 months out, even leaps in 2024 will be reasonably priced if you're somebody that has patience. I would do a small scale in and just sit on them, because if you look at the weekly chart, it's not bad. This thing can go all the way towards $6 or $7, right? That can almost give you a 50-70% on your leaps, right? I'm talking about like 17-18 months out, nothing even nearby, and they're going for pretty cheap right now. So I would keep an eye on it. Back on the financial sector, keep an eye on XLF, guys, in case if this is a short-term top and we start coming down, right? Financial sector should be seeing a lot more weakness, I think, fundamentally, right? It should be seeing a lot more weakness, but right now it's not participating, it's holding. So I'm just waiting after CPI, see how the market is reacting. Maybe we get a little toppy pattern here, and I'm waiting to add some financial puts, on names like JPM. But for now, it's holding. There's a nice little bear flag. If it does break down, it's going to get nasty towards $97. Goldman Sachs actually was much stronger than JPM, right? And I think this is also a great level to add some shorts, but I'm just waiting for CPI tomorrow, like I said, and then I'll see what to do. All right, BSC, another one that can move big to the downside. Citi is also breaking out of this little weekly range. Let's see if how far, and these are the weekly charts I'm looking at, by the way. If you go on the daily on Citi, it was really tight, super tight, right? So which way does it go from here? Okay, again, I'm not buying puts just yet. I'm gonna wait, get my confirmation, and then see it. Wells Fargo is also a good one. It moves nice when it moves, and these red candles pay a lot right now because the premium's cheaper. But again, I'm gonna wait until CPI, see which way the direction is, and then play accordingly. All right, if you guys look at the 2-year 10-year spread and the other yields, you'll realize, you'll come across a lot of things if you understand that was happening, right? TLT bonds, not bad, great bottom. I'll be also pointing this out from here, and it's just nicely rip and dip, and I'm just seeing if I can get another test of 115 potentially around these levels, a little base pattern, and then maybe I'll go long on it again. So patiently waiting on this one. And apart